Hey everybody, Johnny here from the Backstage van. Just wanted to give you a quick update on the state of the project. If you saw my last post on Instagram, then you know that I took a hiatus from the audio-visual aspect of the project in favor of actual work on the van because I was also driving for Lyft, the night shift for Lyft during the time, which was the best way for me to make money with Lyft is to drive at night. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but in this circumstance, unfortunately, rock and roll shows also generally take place at night. So that was a conflict. And then doing the physical work on the van just became a lot. So I took a step back from the media portion of it in favor of the physical work portion on it, which I was documenting and have been documenting as I've been working with Steve. All through that time, Steve and I were meeting once or twice a week to work on the van, and I was documenting the whole thing, and I will start posting those pictures up on my Instagram after I post this video. So you'll at least get to see the work that we've done on the van so far. But unfortunately, due to obvious circumstances that is affecting everyone right now, the coronavirus, we're all on quarantine and a lot of businesses have shut down, including the business where Steve works, the woodworking shop where he works, and we've been working on the van. They're closed and he's not even allowed to work on personal projects there. So we can't work on the van there. We're trying to figure that out now. I think we have a place to work on the van, and as soon as we do, I will update you guys with that. In the meantime, I decided to be a little bit more flexible with the concept of the podcast. Initially, I was very adamant about the fact that the podcast is only going to be bands in the van and me talking to them in the van. It all happens in the van, and that's the whole concept. And without that, it's not a thing, and blah, blah, blah. But, times are weird right now, and if there's a time to adapt, it's now. So I've decided to reach out to some musicians and see if they would like to talk over Skype or Squadcast, or what's the other one, Zoom or whatever. I can record on my end, they can record on theirs, and I'll start making those actual episodes of the podcast just so that it's continuing to run and so that there's something happening. And, if ever there were an excuse for things not to be normal, COVID-19, I think, is a pretty good one. Speaking of quarantine, I also want to tell you about a new project of mine that I've decided to do called Johnny's Lockdown, which is, right now I'm not driving for Lyft anymore. I'm just kind of doing a lot of nothing every day. So I decided instead of doing nothing every day, I would learn Spanish and guitar and document that process and make videos and put them on the YouTubes and the Instagrams for you guys to see. So, you can find that by searching Johnny's Lockdown, or just wherever you're watching this. It's probably going to be there too. But yeah, the concept is I do one online lesson of Spanish and guitar every day and then demonstrate to you what I learned. That's it. And if you find entertainment value in that and in the forthcoming remote podcast that I'll be doing, you can support me on Patreon. I want to say a quick note about Patreon. In the beginning of this project, a few people signed on. I was getting like $15 a month from one person, 20 from another, one or two here and there, $5 a month here and there. And that was great. And they all fell off except for one. So thank you, Dawn Green, for keeping it steady at $5 a month. And for everybody else, I don't blame you at all. I haven't been putting out content. You're not really being rewarded for, helping me out financially. So that's cool. But now I am starting back up. I'm gearing back up to be producing content and be putting stuff out there to provide some entertainment value. And if you find value in that entertainment that I'm putting out, please consider going to my Patreon and throwing in a couple bucks a month, 5, 10, a million, whatever you can. And if not, that's okay too. Just tell somebody about it. And, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, join the Facebook group. Also right now, the Patreon is supposed to be I'm supposed to have rewards for each level. And I will say, if you donate at least $5 a month and then shoot me a message with your address, I will send you a button, like a pin back button, a magnet, and a sticker of the Backstage van logo for $5 a month. And then for other things, shoot me your ideas about what other rewards I can offer at other levels. So I think that about wraps it up. Stay tuned for Johnny's Lockdown and the work progress on the van, and hopefully some forthcoming episodes. If you're a musician, contact me. Also, I'm doing this all by myself, which is a lot. And I'm going to try to put a team together. So if you know how to edit podcasts, do video, like any of that stuff, and you'd like to work with me, shoot me a line and we'll talk. All right. Thanks very much. And whenever, things resume, I'll see you at the show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Backstage van. Nope.